Have you ever been to Europe and felt someone brush against your pocket or bag? Or maybe you've heard stories about people losing their wallet while walking through a busy European street. Pickpocketing is common in Europe, but have you ever wondered why it's not as big of a problem in the US? Let's break it down. Europe's cities are full of tight streets, packed markets, and crowded public spaces. These places are perfect for pickpockets. Tourists flock to landmarks like the Eiffel Tower in Paris, Las Ramblas in Barcelona, and the Colosseum in Rome. Tourists are often distracted and not paying close attention to their belongings, making them easy targets. Public transportation also plays a big role. Many European cities have busy trains, buses, and subways. These crowded spaces make it easier for thieves to grab wallets or phones without being noticed. A small bump in a packed train can be all they need. On top of that, pickpocketing in Europe is often planned. Many pickpockets work in groups, using tricks to take people's things. For example, one person might start talking to you or bump into you, while another sneaks away with your belongings. For some, it's not just a small-time hustle, it's their main way of making money. So, why doesn't this happen as much in the US? For starters, American cities are often more spread out, with wider streets and fewer crowded areas. Many tourists in the US use rental cars instead of using public transportation, so there are fewer chances for pickpockets to strike. The way crime is handled in the US also makes a difference. In Europe, pickpocketing is often seen as a small crime, so the punishment isn't very strict. But in the US, stealing can lead to much tougher penalties, including jail time. This makes people think twice before trying it. Another reason could be that some Americans carry weapons, and thieves don't want to take the risk of running into an armed victim. Technology is another reason pickpocketing isn't as big of a deal as it used to be. More people are using credit cards, digital wallets, and phone apps to pay for things instead of carrying cash. This makes it harder for pickpockets to make much money, though they've started targeting smartphones and other expensive items instead. In Europe, pickpocketing is still a problem because of how cities are set up and how small crimes are handled. In the US, city layouts, stricter laws, and cultural differences make it less of an issue. This difference shows how the design of a city, local laws, and everyday habits can change how pickpocketing happens in different parts of the world.